demonic angel. Today is the Two of Wands, and I'm laughing because I did something that a lot of occultists do earlier in their career, and they kind of lose track of the difference between the Two and Three of Wands. And that's very easy to do because there's a guy in the Three of Wands who, he just has one more wand, but he's dressed in less spectacular clothes. He doesn't have a robe. He's a more common guy. But the differences are there. And that's, the tarot does not go in a necessary order. The Two of Wands, happens to different people at different stages. So just like the different phases of life happen to different people at different times. Some people don't grow up until they're middle-aged, and then some people don't have their first experience with death until they're in their 50s with somebody that they know. That everybody has a different time to experience a specific tarot card. They're not in this order, at least not to me. So, here, let's actually just look at on the Golden Art Nuevo Tarot. I do like it, but I don't know. I think I'm still just getting used to the different feeling of the cards. But I think this kind of evokes the feeling a little bit more for me. I still like that. It looks really good. But we have a guy who is standing on, a stone, once again set in stone, like the stone part of his castle or his manor, and there's like homes or castles, lower levels of the castle in the background. So he's looking over his land, and he's already accomplished a lot of things that are set in stone, and we can tell because the wand behind him in the ground, it has a little silver ring right there, indicating that is tying him to the physical things he has accomplished already that are set in stone and made real, that he has accomplished. And there's sprouts coming out of the wand because this is the suit of ideas and passion and fire. So the things that he has accomplished are due to his passions and his intellect, determination, creativity. So he knows and has built that already. So he's kind of like a richer version of the Three of Wands. But a lot of that has to do with all of these different experiences he has. So, I mean, the water is calm, and there's lots of varied mountains, though. So it's kind of like the world in one of his palms that he's looking at, and there's so much to climb, there's so much to touch, to travel to see and experience, that he yearns for this. He wants to be part of the world. He has a deep feeling of how other people are and their needs, and how a normal person needs help. Even though he's kind of rich, he wants to be part of the game. He wants to be connected to the world. That's how we can tell with this wand in front of him. he has that set on his stone as well. So this is his wand of, logic and things that he looks forward to. So he has already accomplished a lot, and he has a lot. He has he's here in his castle, and he's coming up with all these ideas. And then we have the little, sorry, my arm got tired for a minute, but yeah, he has a lot of earthy colors too, because he is connected to this he's just earthly feeling of wanting, to be involved in life. He takes risks, he has accomplished things through things like risk and patience and perseverance, wit, and he just loves engaging in this. And in this upright position, it's just that he is just such a good leader. And in this little stone here, this is kind of, what it reminds me of is the Rosicrucians, the Rose Cross, like all the little occult organizations. I do want to say that I support the Masons. I remember in my last life how they took care of my family when I didn't have any money, and they paid for my family member to be buried. That sounded really good, kind of emotionally detached, but they paid for my relative to be buried, and I'll never forget their act of kindness. And I just want to state that I do support them, and I do remember what they've done for me, even if I seem weird. So he's associated with some kind of organization like this, that he partners with people. Part of his success is his competition, but also his people he does business with that help him build his empire. Maybe he's in charge of some military, but of course he has other people out there planning and being eyes for him, and it's just this whole network, fraternal network kind of, indication here. The white lilies, they represent the basically satiated cravings. So this is somebody who, they have experienced all these different emotional cups, all these different intellectual battles. They've seen the world from a fair amount of perspective, so even though this guy is young, he still has had experience, and he has, he's been married probably, whatever, had some kids, changed jobs maybe, majorly, redefined his life, just changed. And has experienced to some degree what it means to be alive by satiating those cravings, those milestones in life, rites of passage that are part of what we as humans come here to do. And that is, we find relief in being alive from some of our passions, in the sense of things that haunt us, because we, now we have a body, so it's very important to understand we're trying to ground some of our cravings, trying to right some of our wrongs. And, there's a good faith that that will transform us or set us free. I believe so. But even though there is that experience of that satisfaction of a delicious meal, a great debate, holiday with family, something that is just satiating and earthly and pleasurable. The roses, they are carnal knowledge in a way, but they're also the desire for continued hunger. So this guy still wants to learn more. He still wants to know himself more. He's still looking out longingly, just wondering about everything. He has this kind of pureness to him because he wants to understand the world just for this curiosity's sake. So he is really a seeker of knowledge, and he knows knowledge is found everywhere in every life and everyone, and he finds this, and he embraces the momentary, satisfaction to learn, to help, to be in somebody else's perspective. This is also, to me, a philanthropist maybe who, let's say they become famous actors and, but they still go out and they still try to do community service or put themselves in somebody else's shoes. So they're really doing their part to be involved and be part of the world because they know there's so many causes that need attention. Dogs, shelters, healthy food, cancer organizations. People need your help. If you ever get rich, be like this guy. Still crave the world. Understand your influence is powerful and wide, and that you can make a difference. Contribute and get creative and find that beauty. Keep looking, though. Always keep open, like the rose, to knowledge, to continuing to learn, to continue to lust for life. And so that is this cross that we're looking at here, which I find the most beautiful part of this card. And if it's reversed, then it's just kind of like, being shut off to worldly influences. So, you've maybe succeeded to some degree in life, and then you just become a recluse because there really is no quest for knowledge anymore. It's just kind of stale. Maybe a artistic blockage. Maybe a turn of events. That you feel like you're in less control of again. And that really is saying that you're just scattering some energies in some places where they don't really make sense. You're not looking into the past to learn. So the past exists for that reason, to teach us. Embrace the fact that the past exists because it is important for you to learn from it. So take those lessons, the experiences that you've had, take them and apply them to your life to make sense of where you put your ideas and your energy into. Just remember that you're still connected to everybody. No matter what happens, there's still passion. Just don't close this passion off. So that's kind of, the way I look at that it's a reminder to remain connected through hobbies, through talking to people online, I don't care, going to therapy, going to church. You need to be connected in some way to the world. So get out there, get some fresh air, and this guy is really more the wealthier version of the Three of Wands, but that is okay. Because the other guy is more like the working man's connection with this card. So, I only have a few cards left and whatever, and I'm gonna take like a day off and just do, whatever else. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.